Ho 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 friends, welcome back to the channel and to another festive video. Today I am taking you along with me as I make this year's Christmas and holiday cards. I made quite a lot of cards this year and I don't want this video to be too long, so let's get right into it. These first 4 cards are inspired by my December theme from this year. If you haven't seen that Plan With Me video, I will link it for you above. But basically what I did for that theme is I cut out little Christmas parcels from actual Christmas wrapping paper and then just added some little bows and ribbons on top of it with my Fineliners. And that's also what I'm doing for these cards in 4 different variations. For one, we've got a circular present. And then we have 2 cards where multiple presents are kind of stacked on top of each other, and for the last one we have one where the whole card is filled with different shapes of parcels. Since I send handmade Christmas cards every year, and sometimes I do a motif twice or 3 years in a row, and I don't want to send the same motif to the same person twice, and to keep track of who got which card, I always have a spread in my bullet journal where I can jot that down and then take it out in the next year when I'm planning my cards. If you want to see how I make that spread, I will link a video for you above of me making some Christmas planning spreads. But onto the next card. For this one, lettering is the main event. I sketched out a rectangular shape to represent a Christmas gift and then filled that shape with my lettering, and to highlight more that it's supposed to be a gift, I added a huge bow on top which I colored in with a red marker. Something you can do to elevate your card making game is to design the back of the card as well. In this case I made it match the front of the card and added a little bow and then just a simple border around. And the video is going way too fast because there are so many cards to make, and we're already moving on to the next 4 cards, which are some designs that have lots of red and green in them, classic Christmas colors. For the first one I did a very simple one with some holly and some hearts in between. Then I went on to make a card where some ornaments are hanging from the top of the card, as well as some candy canes. The third design is inspired by Mira's journal here on YouTube and Instagram. She made a Christmas post, Christmas mail theme last December and I liked it a lot, and I also did this design for my Christmas cards last year and I decided to do it again. This year it has some letters, some candy canes, some holly again, and then for my last card it's just a really simple one with only candy canes. If you've got lots of cards to make and you don't necessarily have a lot of time to do them, I highly recommend doing what I am doing here and dividing your cards into little groups, either based on similar designs or similar colors, and then just kind of doing them next to each other, and that way you can be a lot quicker with it. By the way, I am very interested in knowing how you make your Christmas cards, if you make them or if you celebrate Christmas at all, so head down to the comments and tell me. For these cards I also added some metallic elements to it with my gold and silver metallic pen. And as I mentioned earlier, I also designed the back of these cards, but I cut that out of the video because otherwise it would have been way too long. Moving on to my next 2 cards, these 2 are designs I did last year as well. One has some cozy winter knitwear all over it. We've got scarves, some hats, some mittens and some cozy socks. And the second card has 3 little Christmas gnomes. You know, the ones that are basically just a nose, a big beard and a big hat. I love them. I actually got one for my Christmas decorations this year and I think they're so cute, so I wanted to make a card with them. I colored in both of these designs with different shades of red and green, and also used some different patterns on the hats of the gnomes and also on the scarves and the socks. And there's not much more to say about these cards, so I will leave you to enjoy the Christmas music in the background while I take a little break from the voiceover. Next up we have some delicious card designs. Both of these I've already done last year, but I like them a lot and people I gave them to also liked them, so I decided to do them again this year. The first one is a hot cocoa themed card with some cups of hot cocoa from a top angle decorated with lots and lots of mini marshmallows and some candy canes, and then just a simple border around it. And the other card has some Christmas market foods. Christmas markets are really big in Germany. I like them as well, especially the food. So for this one I added some mulled wine in a mug, some waffles with powdered sugar, some chocolate fruit, and then I tied everything together with a border around it all again. My next three cards are food themed again, this time specifically Christmas cookies and Christmas baking. The first one is a large gingerbread house, which I'm going to be decorating with my silver metallic gel pen. The second one is inspired by last year's December setup, which was a Christmas baking theme, and it has some dough which is already cut out a little bit with some cookie cutters, some cut out cookies, some cookies on a baking sheet, and some finished cookies, and also some baking utensils. And then the last one is just the finished cookies with some gel pen icing. For these next two cards I used some designs that I haven't done before. One is a little red car with lots and lots of Christmas gift boxes and a whole Christmas tree on top of it, and of course some snow on all of it. This one was inspired by that Bujo lady on Instagram who did this as her December theme, and I honestly loved making it. I thought drawing the car would be hard, but actually if you sketch it out first it's gonna be fine and it doesn't have to be super accurate. And it was lots of fun to just stack all the presents on top of it, and I also added some string lights, and I think it turned out so cute, and it's probably one of my favorite cards I made this year. The other card is a little snow globe with a little snowy scene in it with some trees and a little house in the woods, and of course lots of snowflakes in it. And I colored in both of these cards with my green marker and my red marker and a little bit of a light blue for the snow. And other than that, I really didn't use that many colors for all my cards. I just really stuck to the classic Christmas colors, red and green for this one, and I think it looks really good. And with that, we are done with all of our cards for this year. I'm going to show you a quick look at all of them again. Comment down below which is your favorite design, your favorite card from this year that I made. And of course, hit that thumbs up button if you liked this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. That would make me so happy. My next video will be a flip through of all my themes from 2021, so I hope you'll be there for that. If you recreate any of these cards, please tag me on Instagram if you post them. I would love to see it. And with that, I wish you a happy rest of the holiday season. Bye!